Hey guys, Daily Banana here, and today I got the updated version for the 1.8 Wither Cage. This is the 1.8 full release, and I have a lot of people asking for the updated version, and they have trouble now with the newer version because Mojang changed stuff. Mainly they changed how to spawn in the Wither. I'm going to show you guys how you can do it easily and how you can basically use this Wither Cage again safely. I tested it again, that's why this is a little bit late, and also I was just basically not around last week, so sorry about that, but I have 12 hours of testing in single player and multiplayer. I did not run into any issues so far. Keep always in mind, please really keep it in mind, maybe I got lucky and it has potential to blow up your stuff. So don't blame me if anything goes wrong, do it on your own risk. You're playing with Wither and this is always super dangerous. But first of all, if you want to build this, keep several points in mind, several points you really have to take care for. First of all, do not build this in a slime chunk. Swamps are totally okay, not a problem. It's about slime chunks. You don't want any slimes to interfere with your Wither, to get near him or anything. So do not build it in a slime chunk at all. Maybe even the chunks next to it. No slime chunks. How to find slime chunks? You can look that up. Not a problem, you will find enough information about that. Next one, do not build this below Y20 and do not build this above Y200. Just for safety, do not do that. Also, really important, build this in one single chunk. The Wither and both targets have to be in the same chunk, exactly the same one, even in height in the Y. Should not make a difference right now, I'm totally aware of that, but you never know what Mojang will change. Also very important, for every update, make a backup of your world, update it, check the Wither Cage, maybe for an hour, maybe for 2. Every update has the potential to blow up your stuff. You never know what Mojang is going to do and they won't tell you. Next one, do not build it in your base. That's for the same reason. It always has the potential to blow up your stuff. You never know. Next one, make sure no mobs can get near this cage. Light everything up, build fences, do whatever you want, but make sure nothing can spawn there or can, however, get near this cage. Especially Enderman teleporting might be an issue. They can't get in the cage because of the water, but make sure nothing can get near this cage. Also very important, I have no idea what happens if you have any plugins or mods installed. This could change everything. So this is just purely vanilla here, and it is built and designed for vanilla. So that's it for how to build this thing. Let's play around with it a little bit so you guys can see what you can do with it. Okay, so far, this is the Wither Cage. The Wither is safely inside with a lot of water and stuff. This is pretty cool. I have arrows in here into this dispenser. And I've built a little setup for you guys. It's a dirty one, but it's okay. It's just so you can play around. This command block here has this command in here, and it will place stone blocks right here. So first of all, what can you do with it? Yeah, you can blow up stuff. That's why you build it. And you can feed it from one side, like I built it up here, or you can double the feed from both sides. Just make sure both activate on the same time. You can make a Cobble generator, stone generator right here instead of this command block stuff. Just build it up and make it push in blocks. Really important. This is the exact distance right into here that the pistons can push. That's in total they can push 12 blocks. So you count from here. This is block 1, 2, and count all the way. And this air block here is block 13, and there is the piston. This is the exact distance, so there's no way you push something into the Wither. If you push something into the Wither, he has potential to blow up your stuff. he will escape and roam around. So don't do that. So with this button, you will get this as a vault download, right as it is right now. So you have this exact same setup. So if you press this button, it will generate some stone, push it in and shoot the wither. Right now it is set to shoot the arrows pretty late, exactly when this torch turns back on. So as you can see, you can press this as often as you want to, and he will shoot him. One thing, make sure you don't do this too frequently. Give the wither time to move back into his position. If you don't do that, he has potential to move. It's always to the left, by the way, to the left, and blow up this wall here. He will still not escape, but it has potential that he sees another target something else, something goes wrong. Just don't do it too frequently. Make sure he can move back into position. You can do that as often as you want and try around, play around with it. What you also can do, I set up this little clock here. It's basically on 8 redstone right now. If you want to play around with this and make it like really fast and try out the limits, you might want to change this to a comparator setup, moving into this. What's it called? A dispenser, yes. Move into this dispenser. That would be a little bit faster right now. As I said, it will activate or shoot the arrow every time this torch turns back on. Okay, if you want to use that, just have one sign here, place 1 redstone right here, and then remove this block here, and yeah, it will basically start the clock. As you can see, now you have it automated. And as I said, it shoots as soon as this block goes back. If you want to do it faster, you would have to change the setup up here, but you can play around with this as long as you want and it will not break. You can add a second one from the second side here, like here, and push it in at the same time. Everything is fine. Just don't push any blocks into the wither or he will escape. Don't do that. For other blocks, different blocks, especially wood, you can obviously do the same with wood. No problem, everything is fine. You could also do, or what you could also do, is just open this here and feed like 3 blocks at a time. Feed it in from here and don't shoot the wither at all. You can do that and the blocks will get destroyed by these little skulls here that he shoots. These are not the blue ones, so everything is fine. You don't have to shoot them to make these little skulls here, so that would be an easier setup. This cage is a little bit complicated for a setup like that, but you can do that. Just feed it from one side with wood all the way in there and he will destroy it without shooting him at all. Let's quickly close this back up here. That is okay. One other thing is snowballs, so let me quickly change the setup to snowballs and we take a look at snowballs. Okay guys, I changed the setup to snowballs. There are snowballs in there right now. The difference for snowballs is the snowballs don't push the wither around, so he will stay in position and just explode. Let's quickly demonstrate that. Happens like this. He did not move, and as you can see, if you break this up now, this wall here stays intact. That's an issue, you might say. The solution is pretty simple and easy, because if we now do this right here, let's quickly get inside and let's quickly use cobblestone in this case. Let's build this up like so. If you move this feet one to the right, not on the side but right here, we can easily demonstrate that. I place these blocks right now. If I now push the button again, he will get shot by a snowball. He will destroy these 3, as you can see. Let's have a look inside. He will destroy this side instead of this one. This is because the arrows, if you get hit by an arrow, he will move forward a little bit, actually out of its position, and explode 1 block further away. That's why you just have to move this thing 1 over to use it with snowballs. And we actually got hit by the wither. Great. Okay, this is how you would use it with snowballs. And that's all you can do with this wither cage. Okay, let's get to the building part. I just got into peaceful mode to remove this wither. over here so we can build this in safety, and we have a little bit more light because the Wither usually turns off the lights a little bit as soon as he is around. You will see that in a second. So for this cage, a world download is included with this cage on the right. If you build up this exact same thing here, everything is fine. Just make sure, double check, really everything is the same. If you want a block by block tutorial, check out my old video. Basically the first one I did for the snapshots, there is one included. The cage is basically still the same. The only basically difference is that we don't have water in here to start with, and this is a full block right here. So get into this setup right here, place these torches please, so in the spawning process of the Wither, no mobs can spawn in here because we don't have any water here right now. Why we do that? Because if water touches the lowest block, this soul sand block here, if this is touched by any other block or water or anything else, even carpet or whatever it is, the Wither will not spawn. That's what they changed. So build up this setup here, and just for reference, you have water right here. So the top water here, this is placed on the top here, is still there. You just block it off with something. Obviously you don't have to use iron blocks here. That's not necessary. Just choose something with a blast resistance over 20, is it, I believe? Something like stone, cobblestone, whatever. It is for the usual skulls of the Wither. Can't destroy that, so don't use wood or something. I'm not sure about sandstone, just look it up in the wiki, go for blast resistance over 20 and you're fine to go. So to spawn in the Wither, make sure, here's a water bucket, make sure your button is here. You need this button, you really need to press it. Make sure your arrows are in there. Just double check everything. And by the way, behind this is the same setup like here. The water is blocked off, okay? This is the only water that is missing. What you need is, you need a tool to destroy blocks. You need glass to replace it down here. And you can actually break this open right now. You need to have this open right here. You need a glass block. You need your soul sand, your Wither skulls, you need your building blocks. 3 buckets of water, you need 3, make sure you do have 3 on hand, and your place holding blocks to block off the feeds. If you don't want to use one of the feed sides, just block it off with your usual building blocks, doesn't matter, everything is fine. So now make sure you are on hard mode, not in peaceful. It should work on every difficulty below that, should be no problem I guess. So next, make sure you are in survival. No, this is not survival, this is creative. Let me quickly, okay, perfect. So I will do this in survival mode just to make sure you know what's going on. So you want to place your soul sand, perfect. You want to place some blocks he can destroy with his explosion, right here and right here. So he is blocked in there, he will stay in place, everything is cool here. Just build it up like this and there won't be any water floating out. So next of all, double check everything before you place the skulls. Make sure your water bucket is in there again and again. Okay, next, place your skulls, 2 of them. Then make sure you don't shift while pressing this button. Don't shift. Will not work. I'm pressing right click right now, so don't panic. Just place the Wither, press this button, and yeah, basically walk away safely. I have a little bit of, walk away here. Make sure you're farther away than this mob here and this mob from the Wither, and he can't see you. It's really important that he can't see you, or he might target you and shoot skulls at you and crazy stuff. So next of all, leave this water on. It will hold him in position. If he moves, he has a chance to switch his target, and that would be really bad. So for now, you have to remove these blocks. Don't panic. If you hold right click, you won't target the Wither. So you can start to mine on a block and then move while holding left click, while holding left click, you can move on the entity and it will not attack you. Let me show you this real quick. Just, I'm holding left click, I will not release it, okay? I can now move on the wither. I'm still holding left click, it will not attack him. That's a mechanic in the game. Then, last block, okay, all 3 blocks destroyed. Take a closer look, be careful, it's a wither, you're right next to him. So, this worked perfectly. Now, take your blocks and block this off right now. Okay, perfectly. For now, go ahead and remove this block right here. Perfect. Move around. Go to here. Remove this block. Did I remove the one below? No. Okay, make sure. Maybe don't use the efficiency 5 tool. It's a little bit fast. Okay, great. Come back here. Now you want to poke in these 2 holes again. Take your water buckets and be really careful now. Just on this block here, place 1. On this one, place 1. On the third one, place 1. Very good. Now go ahead and block it off again. So now you want to come up here and this removes the water. Just take a look. Very good. So he's now in there. So far he's fine. You can now go ahead and basically remove this button here. Replace this block. Perfect. Still in there. Everything is fine. Now you want to, so we can see, you want to press this button so he destroys the blocks right in front of him. As you can see, he destroyed the ones. Moves around a little bit, that is fine actually. Do it a second time. And he wobbles back into his position. He is acting really weird by this, but everything is fine. He is still in there. Don't panic just because he moves a little bit weird. I did this like, I don't know, 20 or 30 times. Right now, make sure you have your glass block right on hand. Destroy this block. Place the glass block. And that's it, actually. The wither is safely inside. He will stay in there forever. That's it. You can now press this button and make him explode. Pretty easy, huh? Cool thing. So now let's get back into creative mode. As you can see, it was pretty easy to do. The block off on the side and reopening is kind of important. So if he moves a little bit, he has a little chance to lose his targets for the side heads. That's why we block it off. We don't want to see him if he moves. In any case he moves, that's why we leave this water on so long. And yeah, basically that's your wither cage, how you can actually set it up safely without any danger. Everything is okay and he will not target you. Make sure you don't hit him. This is really important, and I know it's scary to remove blocks right next to the wither, but if you do everything correctly, he should not target you. It did not happen for me a single time. Everything went right. As I said, the only issue is if you remove this water too early or just mess up the order, he has potential to target you with his little skulls. He did not escape from me as this happened one time, as I did it wrong, but it has potential to do so. Also, you have a lot of time. You can open this video and follow me step by step. You have time. You're not in a rush to do this, okay? You can easily take your time, do it step by step, remove this block, okay, check back in the video, okay, do this the next step, and come back over and over again to do this really safely so you don't mess up your stuff. That's really the last thing I want, that you mess up your stuff. So far, now let me try to show you what happens if you spam him. He should at some point, let's make sure we don't damage him too much, because he has potential to shoot blue skulls if he gets damaged too much. And there it is. You saw this? He's still okay. He's still fine, sitting there, but if you shoot him too much, you shoot him out of position. And now he shoots blue skulls. Okay, let's actually remove him. This is what happens if you shoot him too frequently. Most of the times he just moves like into this position, blows up the wall and moves back. So make sure you don't shoot him too much. He will just escape because he gets angry. You can abuse the Wither, but don't do it too much and you will be fine. Yeah guys, that's it. If you have any questions, further questions, let me know in the comments. I will try to answer them for you. Play around with the setup here. You can set up different stuff. You can remove this and maybe build a wood farm here, a tree farm, and try that out. Try out whatever it is. You get this world download in the version I started on it, so you can instantly go ahead and try to spawn him in. Make sure you actually do this at least once in creative, or at least in this creative world, but being in survival mode, so you really know what you're doing and you don't do any mistakes. That's it guys. Thanks for watching. Leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Until then, bye bye.